Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 45 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, 20. Zero. Hey, 20.
They run it with Balaj. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Zero. Where at? Go, zero.
Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Tannehill now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. It's caught. Stills right side. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. And even 40 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Balaj. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back now in Arlington. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th.
Here we go. Quick. Play.
They'll try to run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Hey, 20.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
He'll get it up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Zero.
Now Tannehill. to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins are going to be forced to settle for 3. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And now here come the Cowboys. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's finish now. Switch. Hey. Here we go. 47. 26.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
Here we go. Wide. Swing to the field. Right. To the right.
Prescott from the gun. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Here we go. 47. We're going to 54. Wide. Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at
come
maximum.
on. You can't give a guy a skirt steak. He's got time. There you go.
10-ounce, 16-ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily, no.
He goes underneath to Drake. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Hey, 20.
Out of the gun, Tannehill finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Tannehill now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Now it's Tannehill. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again is Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. To the air again, Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
There we go. Wide eight. There we go, going to 53.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
There we go, wide eight. Right. Hey, 47. Here we go, get that. Let's go, get out, get out. 26.
Well, Prescott here to throw. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 47. Right there, over here. Over here.
They'll give to Elliott. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on